Welcome back to the show, fellow podcast listeners. This is the show where nothing ever looks as it seems as we try to navigate through this thing called life and ask the question of what the hell is going on in the wrestling world from Under the Apron. Before we begin, as always, follow us on our socials and support us from Under the Apron on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. Apron underscore stories on the Twitter. More info on the links on where you can listen or watch in the show notes. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or any other audio media you can listen to podcasts on. Make sure to rate us and leave us a review. And if you feel you want to do a little more, support us on the Patreon. Become a top tier patron. I will shout you out at the end of every episode. Go to patreon.com/, From Under the Apron podcast for more information on that. The link will be in the show notes. Speaking of Twitter, me and Twitter have been together for like a while now. I would say we're like best friends. We're like this. We're like crossed fingers and stuff. I just celebrated 14 years on that crazy ass app. Can y'all believe that? 14 years of me tweeting, retweeting, coming up with fresh new ideas, and just freaking A. That was my hashtag my Twitter anniversary, 14 years of it. No, not from the podcast, the main account, which I don't even use anymore. But hey, I transferred over to the new account from Under the Apron account, the Apron underscore stories account. And you all get to see I'm 14 years old. Not the podcast, but me. The Twitter. Yeah. If you listened to episode 69, you heard me talk last November about the 15 signees from the world of college football, volleyball, track and field, NCAA, Division I, gymnastics, basketball, and even karate that were part of the NIL, the Next in Line program, and were signed by the WWE. If you heard that episode, you remember those names, you can now see all of them on NXT as members of Chase U or in the background of their segments doing some stuff. Well, I told you that story to tell you this story. WWE has signed 9 new class recruits and will begin training at the Performance Center, where they will start their journey from athletes to NXT superstars. As you all know, the New Day member Big E has been out of action since last March due to a serious injury he sustained on an episode of SmackDown. He's since been scouting new talent for the company. During an interview with these Urban Times, Big E commented on his involvement in the NIL program, stating that he's enjoyed doing it. Quote, I love doing it because it's an opportunity to reach out to college athletes and let them know. WWE might have been something on your radar or you might not have considered it, but I'm telling you, it changed my life dramatically. I've been able to travel the world, entertain people all across the globe. It's an incredible experience. I love it because I love college sports and resonate with college athletes, he said. It is currently unknown when Big E will be cleared to compete again.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.
So let's take a deep dive into the latest additions to the Performance Center that were introduced during an untelevised segment on NXT. First up, we have Ezekiel Balogun, 6'6" and 226 pounds from Lagos, Nigeria. He's a basketball player from the University of North Florida from 2018 to 2020. He appeared in 23 games, averaging 7.1 minutes per contest. He averaged 2.2 points and 2.3 rebounds per game, made 5 of his 9 3-point attempts, 55.6% of it. Netted season best 7 points at Florida State. Hauled in season high 10 rebounds against Trinity Baptist. Led team in rebounding in 3 contests. Blocked 10 shots, tied for third on the team. He is also an ASUN Academic Honor Roll student from 2019 to 2020. Next up is Vlad Pavlenko, also known as the Denim Cowboy. He's, if you see him, he's awesome already. Has a mullet, the mustache, everything. From Arlington Heights, Illinois. He's a homie from Illinois. Multi-time All-American athlete with a degree in engineering from Iowa State, known for his hammer throw, was a finalist and finished 8th in the 2021 U.S. Olympic trials, finished 5th in the 2022 indoor USTAF. He has a record hammer throw of 73.91 meters with a weight of 23.20 pounds, enrolled in graduate school for industrial and manufacturing system, earned a bachelor's degree from Iowa State in mechanical engineering. He is a shot put 3-time All American, first team All American outdoor hammer throw in 2021, second team All American indoor weight throw 2019, honorable mention All American outdoor hammer throw in 2019, academic All Big 12 first team 2019-2021, academic All Big 12 second team 2017 and 2022, and academic All Big 12 rookie team 2016. He's a Big 12 Commissioner's Honor Roll. Fall 2015, Spring 2016, Spring 2017, Spring 2018, Fall 2018, Spring 2019, Fall 2019, Fall 2020, and Spring 2021. Alright, so this next guy, Hunter Smallback, dude looks like Chris Jericho when he was younger, when he had the lion Corazon de Leon, the lion tamer look. He has that look. If dude is gonna go places with this look, he's from Windermere, Florida. He is 6'4", 227 pounds. He's a former Division One defensive end football player for Stetson University. In the fall of 2021 season, he saw action in 6 games as a reserve defensive end. Was credited with 9 tackles on the year, including 2 for loss with 1 sack. Both TFL, including the sack, came in the win at Presbyterian. In the spring of 2021 season, saw action in all 4 games as a backup defensive end and a special teams player. He was recorded a pair of tackles in the game at Morehead State. Was also credited with a tackle in the game at San Diego. Next up is Coy Wanner. Yeah, that's his name. Apparently, someone on the Instagram page asked if that was his name, and yeah, pretty much. I thought the same thing, and then I'm just like, all right, let's just get it over with. Uh, this dude, not much is said about him. He's 6'4", 235 pounds, from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Remember that guy? Mr. Anderson. Yeah, him. He was from Green Bay, Wisconsin as well. So you know, my neighbor, my nemesis neighbor, we don't like them because of the Bears, Packers, whatever. You get what I'm saying. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, former Division One tight end football player for the University of Wisconsin. I don't know why the reason that much was said of anything about him because I checked in on him. He didn't have much to talk about except when you saw him. You saw a picture of him in 2018. He looked like a normal kid. Up until you see the picture of him now, the man is the equivalent of a glow up. Dude is like, oh, Crunchy Boy in 2018 to now he's just like, this dude has all the ladies staring at this man. Like, dude, your name is kind of funny, but you look kind of good looking, brother. Get with it. Up next is Kevin Robertson from Tacoma Park, Maryland. Former Division One defensive lineman football player for Temple University. He spent 3 seasons on North Broad, appearing in 19 games for the Owls. He registered 15 total tackles and a sack during his time in the Cherry and White. Robertson was among a contingent of Owls who departed the program under the former head coach Rod Carey. The Temple Owls football team represents Temple University in the sports of college football. The Temple Owls compete in the NCAA Division One football bowl subdivision as a member of the American Athletic Conference. They play their home games at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers.
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
Then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
Next on the list is Melanie Lazinski, singer, actress, boxer, bodybuilder, CrossFit athlete with a black belt in karate from the University of Tampa. She already brings in like her resume. Uh, she's already like considered as a lookalike, just like Charlotte, like the next big star, the next big women's champion. She's a CrossFit athlete. It's already there. It's like another person to keep an eye out for that. She has a LinkedIn and her about me section. It reads the following. Following senior year of high school, Melanie Zazinski attended Westchester University, a local college, the former home in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. After just one semester there, Melanie decided to take a big step and go somewhere out of state. She got accepted to the University of Tampa with an academic transfer scholarship and has maintained a college GPA above 3.0. She majored in communication media and culture and is looking into being a news anchor for a sports news channel. Having grown up around all boys, Melanie has always had a large interest in sports, especially football. Melanie is known for maintaining skills with being ready, well prepared, staying organized and professional, and being dedicated. She is nowhere near afraid to speak on the camera, for she speaks loud and clear. It's already there. Melanie Lazinski participated in WWE's tryout at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, and is quoted as saying that joining WWE was her primary objective. Former WWE champion Big E was on hand to evaluate talent, which also included former USF football player Darren Grant. Said Lazinski, I got a personal trainer back in July, and I said to him that I have one goal and one goal only, and that is to get into the WWE. I was like, I'm ready. I want to do this. I want to be on the camera, and I want to be a star. Freaking, if you just say it, it'll happen. The report indicates that Lazinski applied 6 times for her tryout spot and intends to use Rosie Ray as her ring name. When asked about the tryout process, Biggie replied, "We're putting them through the paces of rolling in the ring, hitting the ropes, doing the bumps, and see how they react, seeing how they learn day to day. But also, we're seeing them on the microphone, seeing how their promos are. That's a huge part of it. That's what we do, is having these larger than life characters." Rosie Ray. I like that. I like that name. So we're gonna get to see Rosie Ray pretty soon in the squared circle. Tylene Register is up next. She's from Gadsden, Alabama. She's a professional rodeo champion, former Division I track and field athlete from Jacksonville State University. She's a major in family and consumer science. In 2019, she improved her 400 hurdles personal best from Troy to Mississippi State to Western Carolina, finishing the season with a career standard of 1 minute 3 seconds, while taking first at the Catamount Classic. In 2018, she set her career mark in the 400 meter at Sanford Indoor Open, finished fifth at Western Carolina with a personal best in the heptathlon with a score of 3,994. Her career's best, here it goes, for the 200 hurdles, she finished at 26 seconds and 70, 10? 26.70. For the 400 hurdles, she got 1 minute and 2 seconds. For 800 hurdles, she finished at 2 minutes 24 seconds, 88. 60 hurdles, 8.99. 100 hurdles, 14.82. 400 hurdles, 1 minute 4 seconds. Her high jumps include 1.43 meters at 8.25. Her long jumps include 5.30 meters at 17 inches, 4.75. Her shot put is at 9.01 meters at 29 inches, 6.75. Javelin throw, 21.70 meters, 71 inches and 2. Her pentathlon score is 3,280. Her pentathlon score is 3,994. Next, we have Alexis Gray. She's a sprinter. She's a former track and field star who graduated from Texas Southern University in 2019, represented the Bahamas national team before going to Texas A&M University. Throughout her experience, she placed among the top 10 in various races at the 2019 SWAC Outdoor TNF Championship.
Movies and feelings. Pop, pop. Bring Your Own Popcorn is a podcast that dives into people and the movies who love them. Let us preach to your choir or stoke your ire as we spiral down memory lane with cult classics, Jurassics, and other genres that rhyme with traffic. What we lack in education, we make up for with comedy, compassion, and camaraderie. I'm your host, Mixtape Majesty, inviting you to join me and an assortment of wonderful guests on fine podcast apps everywhere. Bring your own popcorn.
What is up? This is Fuck It, Let's Talk with your host, Christine. Monthly, I'll be here to discuss the ups and woes of parenting and explore topics with other parents, or not parents, in hopes of finding a little sanity. Just a warning, the keyword here is puke. Eventually you'll get it. So come join me where we explore honest takes on parenting and life. Don't forget to follow on Spotify or subscribe wherever else the podcast is available. Be sure to check out the polls on Anchor, where you can also show some support if it tickles your fancy. And if you want more, head on over to the newsletter, F It Let's Talk on WordPress. I look forward to chatting with you. Fuck it. Let's talk.
And last but certainly not least, Outer's Edge Hughes Murray. If you're wondering if you heard this name before, you probably have. Here, let me describe him for you. 6'2", from Federal Way, Washington, former state champion wrestler and three-time team captain, outside linebacker football player for Oregon State before signing with the NFL's Los Angeles Rams. Yes, he's legit. He's from the big time. He's a professional. Here is his resume. 157 tackles, 81 solo, with 22 tackles for a loss in 50 games, including 38 starts. Also had 2 blocks, 4 pass deflections, 2 fumble recoveries, and a forced fumble. In 2017 and 2018, he was the Pac-12 All-Academic Honorable Mention team member. In 2019 and 2020, he was the Pac-12 Academic Honor Roll. In 2019, he was in the Werfel Trophy Award watch list. That means community service, academic, athletics. He was everything. In 2019 and 2020 and 2021, he got the William V. Campbell Trophy semifinalist. He was 2020 Comeback Player of the Year on the watch list. 2021, he was the AFCA Good Works Team Nominee and Senior Class Award candidate. And that was just for the NFL. In 2021, redshirt senior, played in and started all 13 games, tallied 56 tackles with 8.5 tackles for loss, 1 pass deflection, and 1 forced fumble, total of 6 sacks. He was AFCA Good Works Team Nominee, Campbell Trophy semifinalist, Senior Class Award candidate, posted 7 tackles with 2 sacks in his last career game, the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl versus Utah State. There's a bowl after Jimmy Kimmel. What the heck? Finished with 6 tackles and the forced fumble in the regular season finale at Oregon. Recorded 1.5 sacks with 4 tackles in the win over Hawaii. Totaled 6 tackles with 1.5 tackles for loss and 1 sack at Washington State. Picked up a sack and 3 tackles in the win at USC. Finished the season opener at Purdue with 5 tackles and a half sack. Made 8 tackles and finished with half a tackle for loss at California. And that is just his career highlights. His personal stuff: he enjoys working out, hiking, and playing video games. Served on a mission to Ecuador building a school. He built a school. Participated in the Black Student Athlete Summit at the University of Texas in January 2020. Was a math and reading tutor for elementary age children. Is one of the team's representatives on OSU's Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Tutored high school peers in history. First name means warrior in Polish. Graduate with a degree in psychology. This dude is the face of freaking NXT. He's the face. He could be the face. If you want to like replace John Cena, this man, Andre Hughes Murray, is the way to go. Like, he has the looks, he has the personality, he has the what's it called? He has everything. It's all there. Go for it. Go with him. All in. I'm all in for him as well. And there you have it. All of them for the NIL. New people for the performance center. And they're all there. Like, I can't wait to meet them. You probably already seen them too on NXT as members of the Chase University squad. And they're in the background. They're on the stands. They're everywhere. They're cheering for Chase University. They're cheering for Andrew Chase. They're cheering for everybody and for the faces. So that's all there. That's going to do it for our show. Follow us on our socials and support us from Under the Apron on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. Apron_stories on the Twitter. More info on the links on where you can listen or watch in the show notes. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or any audio media you can listen to podcasts on. Make sure to rate us and leave us a review. And if you feel you want to do a little more, go to patreon.com/From Under the Apron podcast. Support us on the Patreon, become a top tier patron, and get patron privileges, and I'll shout you out at the end of every episode. Just like Babel B, who is creating a website for the podcast. You gotta freaking give it up for Babel B. Show some support. She's amazing. Thank you for all of that. Menace Smiling, Stephanie M, Dark Fake Creations, Jolene, Miniature Dancer 51, Super Salad Kid Eclipse, John Decor, Unexpected Error Occurred, Seizure Queen, Purple Haze 94, Brenda Lamore 1, Zach WWE, Rowena the Queen of Persia, OMG It's Ren, Jay Wowzer, OG Just PG, Miss Those Guys, Hydrant of Water, The Grunge Witch, Hannah Time, Messenger of Stupidity, This Girl 474, Tommy the Gun, Cherry Bomb, my favorite DJ, yes, my favorite DJ Aaron, the Wee Daddy, who we're trying to get on this podcast real soon, who hopefully will definitely get on this podcast real soon. He knows why. Rabbit Orlando, Stormy One, Game Girl 1976, Collector of All Things Sentimental, Mermaid Queen of Seas, Sid is Shit, that's our Uso, that's our Oos right there, Talofa, Panda 19, Ashley TV, Philly Millie, Bree Flash, Taz Flash Arts, That Monster, D Heart Oregon, Valkyrie's Revenge, Cloudy November from the No is a Sentence podcast. Of course, gotta put in Mama Murder, the podcast, who just celebrated their 10,000 downloads. I'm so fucking proud of her, right? Right. So proud of her. Turtle Boy Flores, Zach from Kick, Happy Chic Blog, Punker Than Your Mother, Hopeful Kid Weasel Eclipse, Silly Billy, and Puppet Frito, Uniquely Mystical 420, Master Bill, Scott MG418, Celestial Moon Goddess, Allison Franklin 2023, Tavis Sir, Dude 4, Tex, Sippy Hippie, Kit Kat BBY, Berudika, Mickey's Love, Apes Nursing, Izzy 760, Kayla Marie 95, 6 Mercury 9, Full Heart Earth, Escape, Reality Today, and lastly but not least, our guy DJ Crazy 76. Told you this already, I'll tell it again, I'll keep telling the story. This guy, DJ Crazy 76, came to my live one night and told me about himself. About a year ago, in March, he had a stroke and now he had to learn how to walk, talk again. So he's going on a walk around his neighborhood. What would take us perhaps 20 minutes now takes him double or triple that time. So on June 17th of this year, he will be a part of the Walk a Mile for the Walk to End Epilepsy in Philadelphia. Legit, I've had him in my box live streaming before. We've talked. I mentioned this last couple of weeks ago. I mentioned this before. And I was trying to invite him to get him to speak more about the situation and his story. I did say a few episodes ago, I think last episode, that he deactivated. Well, he's back around. And still gonna talk about it. He would love for me to talk about it. I'm gonna keep it until June 17th. I'm messaged the Epilepsy Foundation. We all know about that. I did that, and they never messaged me back. But here's the challenge for you. I challenge you all to take a walk for DJ Crazy. Yes, I know he's a stranger. No longer a stranger to me. We're talking again. But I'm a sucker for underdog stories, especially since I dealt with my diabetes. Y'all know my diabetes experiments. Y'all heard the 3-part episode. There's gonna be more coming soon. So, take a walk, however miles you want, all month long. Go out for a walk, clock it in. 30 days in June. Why not do 30 miles? Perhaps you decide. I'm on 6 miles at the moment. Yes, I know I'm missing some, but I'm at 6 miles. I try to walk as much as I can, and I'm done like about 6 miles. What have you done though? So let's all go outside, do the treadmill. Let's take a walk for DJ Crazy. Don't forget your Fitbit, and don't forget to tag me in the socials so we can all support each other. Look for the fundraiser. It will be in the show notes. Thank you for supporting this podcast. Patreon.com/Roman the Apron podcast. Get your name shout out. Support the podcast. Look out for the website of the new website for the podcast as it comes out. I will share it to you as soon as it's ready. As I said before, Babel is making it. She is working hard as we speak. Well, she has to rest, of course. She's sleeping. But she is working hard as we speak. And she is going to get us this podcast website soon. Check out the show notes for links to other podcasts that you heard on this episode. Send us a message for your favorite wrestling stories, questions, comments, ratings, or requests. And our email, it is FromUnderTheApron@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, joining the live, staying the gift, and being a huge part of this community. Tell your friends. Join us next time for more stories, movies, and TV show reviews, as well as wrestling-related stories when we come to you from Under the Apron.